This is a story how I became a photographer, how I found purpose in life, and how I got to this point I am today. At least I owe you guys that. So today I'm going to be sharing a little of my journey. Once upon a time, there lived a little girl who was born into a polygamous home. Happened to be the first child of her mother, and at some point she became confused as at who to be as she was growing up after secondary school, and that girl is me. So while growing up, I struggled with who I wanted to be in life, or what I wanted to do in life. Whenever the question comes up, who do you want to be? I become confused because I really don't know who I wanted to be in life. I struggled for a while. I struggled for a long time. I struggled with parental care because dad and mom were having issues. The home wasn't settled. You know what it takes when you come from a polygamous home. The home wasn't settled, so it was as if we, the children, were the dumping ground for every of their emotional trauma when and I battled with all that, trying to balance it all, and struggled with schooling. Now, when it comes to schooling, I kept changing schools, different schools, because, like I said, the home wasn't settled. So every time we change and change, and when I change, I try to adjust with the new environment or the new school. Before you know it, another change comes. So I battled with all that, managed to graduate, finish secondary school, my O level. Then that was where it dawned on me that Amo, there's no one, nobody will take care of you. Like nobody, practical nobody will sponsor your education. That was where I took to fending for myself, and the little I can generate, also fend for my siblings too. I was just a child growing up struggling, so I did the little I could. I managed to get into higher institution, managed, struggled here and there, tried, to finish up. In the course of that, I was so confused at life. Like I didn't even know what to do. I ventured into music. I went into dancehall music. I ventured into dancing. I just tried, looking for a career for myself. While in school, I was studying. I was a science student. I was still studying integrated science, biology, biochem, and all that. But still, I didn't have that purpose. I didn't have the mind that would be what I want to be in life. I knew I wanted to be something more, but I just didn't know how. Fast forward to few years later after I finished, and I happened to, come across TB Joshua's on TV, and I traced it down to Lagos, and I felt this could be maybe something spiritual. Polygamous home, you know, a lot of spiritual issues too were there. So I felt I needed God, I needed Christ, I needed to, find Christ so I can find my purpose. That was how I traced it down to Lagos, the Synagogue Church of All Nations. And then when I got to church, though too, it was as if my village people followed me down here. I still had some challenges with, getting people there. Some of the staffs or some of the workers were really hostile, and to God be the glory. At some point in time, my number was collected. I think I got delivered. I got prayed for. That was what I was looking for. I needed Christ in my life. And before you encounter Christ, you have to be convicted of Christ. And I got prayed for, and I felt delivered from every shackles of generational shackles and all that. So lucky for me, at some point, TB Joshua took me in, started nurturing me, and that was where he fixed me in the camera, the media department. And when he fixed me there, I at that point I didn't really even know if my calling or my purpose was to be there. I didn't really know why I was there, but I just knew I just wanted to be useful. So I was in the media department for some years, and I I believe my coordinator then, or my there was this lady that was put in charge of me. I believe she would, but at that point she would be wondering what was the drive. Why is this lady so eager to learn? Like, it took me a short period of time just to pick. I wasn't supposed to learn those things, but at that short period of time, but I was so determined to learn. So in a short while, I had already picked, I had already learned the how to handle the camera. Before you know it, started having issues from left, right, center, and I got fed up with the place, and I decided to leave. Now, while I was leaving, I didn't have the mind of starting my own business because at that point I was still very raw. I didn't even really know the work very well, but I knew I had knowledge of the photography work. So I just left, the full journey started. After some years, God helped me. I got a second hand, like a second use, like a Tokumbo camera that I started using to, you know, take smaller jobs and all that. That was how I started on my own. That was 2016. I started uh, this profession. I was just taking smaller jobs. It was a Tokumbo camera I bought, which had its own fault, but I was managing it at the time. Then fast forward to 2020, God used someone. I have never met her before. She just blessed me with a brand new camera. Like she practically bought me a brand new camera. She's on Instagram. I have till today I've not met her. I don't know her, but I really owe her gratitude for making my life dream come true. You know, I would tag her on this video. That is if she's on TikTok, but I'll just try and tag her. She gave me purpose of living. She brought me a brand new camera, sets, and every other thing I needed to start my journey. Like, she gave me that purpose. And to God be the glory. Today I'm here, have my own company, registered company.